thank you for joining my live for the first time in 2025, which is awesome. This year has started out really crazy. So if you are just joining me for the first time, my name's Lauren. I'm the Lolo behind lolodidit, a hand-dyed yarn business in Central Kentucky. And I'm coming to you live. I usually go live every week in my Plus member group in Mighty Networks. And so this is no different, but I did change the days. So now I'm going live on Thursdays at 3 p.m. Eastern time and hopefully getting this video up on YouTube by Friday. So let's see if that actually works for me. So hi, everyone. Hope you guys are doing well. Today was our first day back at work, kind of. So every single day this week has been a snow day. We've had the biggest snowstorm in Central Kentucky since 2019, which is kind of crazy. It is blindingly white outside, and it snowed basically every day since Sunday until today. And today it's beautifully sunny outside. It looks like a winter wonderland because of all the ice on all the trees, and then because it's sunny, it's freezing, but it's sunny outside, so it's so pretty. But it's caused a little bit of a hiccup in work, a little bit. So we had, I've emailed as many people as I possibly could email, I think. So we have postponed the Hippo Club. So the very first installment of Hippo Club was supposed to ship on Monday as soon as we got back from our Christmas break, but I'm postponing it until the 17th because my priority was to get our orders out. We did work this morning. Me and Ruben worked this morning and got orders packaged. The mail isn't running today, so it should ship out tomorrow. And got everything else dyed. So hopefully we can twist and tag anything else that's left that we needed to dye and ship that out by tomorrow afternoon. We are expecting more snow tomorrow, starting early. So I don't know if that'll put like a little, I don't know, hiccup again. I hope not. I hope we get to work at 9 and we get everything done really quickly and we get it shipped out and then the snow starts. That's what I'm hoping for, because that means that I would have gotten all the orders out actually when I told everybody that I would, and the only thing that's delayed is the Hippo Club, and no one has yelled at me yet, so that's pretty good. That's not bad. Oh, my camera's falling. Why are you falling, camera? So as I said, I'm recording this for YouTube. There we go. Okay, so that should be good. So, yeah, you're not going anywhere else. That's good. So you guys can wait on your yarn. No one's upset. Everybody understands, because like half of the United States got blasted with this winter storm. So I'm positive no one is surprised by any delays that are going on. Hi, Carol. Hi, Peggy. Hi, Vincent, Linda, Cynthia, Kate, Deb, Jenny. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining me. So today I thought I'd share with you what I did over Christmas break and share my project with you, and also some revelations of knitting needles and things that I knew but I forgot, and that I thought maybe you forget too if you have these needles. Excuse me. So first up is, I think that I have permission to share this, but if I don't, Samantha, I'm really sorry. I think that you said that I can share, so I think it says it on the Ravelry group. So I signed up for a test knit for Samantha Guerin. I have knit her salty air tee. I actually need to like bind off the salty air tee and then I'd be done with it. But it was such an enjoyable knit that I subscribed to her test knitting and got an invitation for her newest sweater pattern study session, which is this. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Look at that. Okay. This little baby is adorable. So when I saw this, I have been, and you guys know this, if you've been following me for a while, I have been looking for the perfect V-neck sweater Yes, how the V-neck joint. Kate says she loves how the V-neck joint. So I've been looking for the perfect V-neck sweater, and I really wanted to knit a sweater over Christmas break. I do almost every year knit a sweater over Christmas break because I have plenty of time to knit and I love marathoning sweaters. So I thought, oh, this is perfect. It came out like right before Christmas break. So I signed up for it, got my yarn dyed. I'm using Divine Yak, our yarn-based Divine Yak, and it hit gauge perfectly. And on one try. And my colorway is Princess Dianthus. I currently do not have this colorway available, but as soon as this sweater comes out, I will make it available again, just in case you want to knit it in this color, because it's really cute. On Divine Yak always makes the colors a more muted tone. So that's why. So Princess Dianthus, if you remember that from my Wildflowers collection, is very bright, rich pink. And so it looks more muted on Divine Yak. It's so pretty. Divine Yak. I think this is my 6th sweater on Divine Yak. I absolutely love this yarn base. It holds up really well. Kate said Divine Yak wears well. Yes, it wears really nicely. It holds up well. She said, I wore my Divine Yak's Christmas sweater from last year again, this break, like 3 times. Yes. And I made the soundtrack by Marie Green, who was Olive Knits, several years ago. And that's like my farm sweater. Like I wear that. I made it on Divine Yak, which is a luxury base, I know, but I wear that outside all winter long and it holds up really nicely. It still looks really pretty. I should wear it. I'm wearing like my crummy pullover because we were dyeing all day today. So forgive me for not wearing a hand knit sweater, but so Divine Yak works up really well. It's got really great stitch definition. Yes, my dog is in my office and she is playing with a toy. And look at that stitch definition on the cable and the lace. It just looks really great. So I think it would work with subtly variegated colors or speckles. So I don't think I would do it in like a heavily variegated color. Yes, Divine Yak rocks. Josie, come here. Stop playing with baby. Okay, so this is I don't even know what to do with my dog. Can you hear the squeaking? Divine Yak is phenomenal. This sweater pattern, and same thing with her other sweater, Salty Air Tea, I really enjoyed the way that she constructs her patterns. Like her writing style is really clear. It's very easy to follow. And if you're just joining me, Samantha Guerin is the designer that I'm talking about. It's really easy to follow. She writes everything really clearly. I very much enjoy knitting her patterns. And then also her construction of this is really great. So it starts with the back and then works your way to the front panels. And I really like that construction style. It makes it so the shoulders fit really well. And I like how she does that. So I have an issue with, I have like sloping shoulders. I think everybody who works at a computer has sloping shoulders, but I have a hard time having sweaters stay on my shoulders nicely. And so I need to have some kind of shoulder structure. And I look for the patterns that have shoulder structure. Jenny says, is it size inclusive? Well, let me look. I didn't pay attention to what the sizes were. I kind of just looked for my size. So let me look on that pattern. Okay. So the finished measurements go from 32 to 64. So I don't know what size you're looking for, but I think that's a wide range. It's 9 sizes. That's pretty good. So anyways, I really enjoyed this pattern. I actually have knit it basically twice because I got all the way through the front panels to joining and realized that I did the SSKs and the K2 togs on the wrong side. So everything was like jumbled. It didn't look as crisp. If I wasn't knitting this for if I wasn't knitting this for a test, and if I was just knitting for myself, I probably would have left it. You know me. I'm like, no one's going to notice. It'll be fine. But because I was knitting it for a test knit, I was trying to be really accurate because I know she uses photos and all that stuff. So I was trying to like make sure that I was doing the right thing and having integrity while doing this. Kate says, Divine Yak frogs Willie really well too. It does. It actually wasn't a big deal. And it took me about a day of watching football to get back to where I was. So it's not a tragedy, but I was like, man, luckily this is a very potato chippy knit. So it's a really short pattern repeat. The chart's great. It's not multiple charts at the same time. She puts it all in one chart, and it's easy to just go, oh, just one more repeat. I'll just do one more repeat. It's like self-striping socks. Like, you can't stop. It's so good. So anyways, I've been enjoying this. I am maybe halfway, maybe a little bit more than halfway through the body. And I think it's turning out amazing. So yeah, that's important, Jenny says. How many skeins are you alternating at one time? 2. I'm just alternating 2. I kind of cheated a little bit. Okay, let me tell you how I did it. So on the back, I used 1 skein, and then I set that ball aside. And on the front, I just used 1 skein to knit the panel and the same skein to knit the other panel. And then when we joined them, I joined those 2 balls together and am doing helical knitting, so helical rotation, so that the front and the back, when they came together, they look the same. And I don't think you can tell at all. So you can see, you can't see where I joined that, I don't think at all. And then the front, I don't think that you can tell. So, and the reason why I did that is because I was traveling. And so I have obsessed over this sling bag, okay? I have a Bellroy sling, the 7-liter sling, and I loved it. It is the perfect project bag, and it fits all my stuff, and it's just ergonomically correct, and I can just zip and have my project and have the balls sitting inside of my project bag, my Bellroy sling. I love it. I have done a review on it. I have shown you guys on YouTube because I'm obsessed about it. So because I was traveling and I needed 1 skein at a time, I didn't feel like I could alternate skeins on the front panels. I tried to make sure that what I was doing would match, so that I was just carrying 1 ball of yarn at the same time. And that worked out really well. I got a lot of knitting done. Even though I frogged almost all of the knitting I got done while on vacation, I still enjoyed the time of knitting it and loved the pattern and all of that stuff. And it probably is why I got the SSKs and K2 togs wrong, is because I wasn't clearly paying attention. So something that I learned from traveling. So normally I bring along my little notions pouch, and in this pouch I have my different stitch markers, my scissors, my darning needle, and then a T-pin just in case I need to like tighten up my knitting needles if I'm using interchangeables. So that's what I usually carry around with me. But in the parking lot at the airport, I took this out because I was looking for something else in my bag, and I forgot to put it back in. So it was sitting on my car seat the entire time. So when I get to the hotel and I'm getting ready to work on this, I realize I have no stitch markers. I have no scissors. I have no darning needle. I'm like, oh my gosh. So I need stitch markers. So originally I just pulled out some safety pins. I asked the hotel, they had a sewing kit with safety pins. And I'm like, okay, this is going to work just fine. But then I remembered that there is a little pocket on my Chiaogu interchangeable needles. And if you're wondering, yes, I do travel with my entire set of Chiaogu needles. Is this intelligent in case they get taken away from me? I mean, I guess it's not, but I've never had a problem. And before COVID, me and Trey traveled all the time. We were always on airplanes, and I would always take my entire Chiaogu. If I was knitting something, like if I was knitting just socks, I wouldn't do that. But if I'm knitting a larger project, I just take the whole thing and take all of my cables are all in this little bag by the Scrappy Thread. Erica, she's amazing. Love her. So I like this little bag for my cords, and I take this little thing for my Chiaogu needles. Yes, I do have these on my shop. And then I remembered when I didn't have any stitch markers that there's this little pocket. And I'm like, I wonder if I stuck anything in that pocket. So I decided to go on an adventure. And lo and behold, Chiaogu does put a little Ziploc baggie in here with T-pins, cord connectors, and stitch markers. So there were six, I think it was six, regular, like little stitch markers in here. And I was like, it's gold. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I think I actually posted it in Mighty Networks that I found stitch markers in my Chiaogu bag because I only needed 4. So I only needed 4 stitch markers, and I had 2 safety pins. So I could have made it work with like scraps of yarn or whatever. It's not that big of a deal, but I tell you what, these little yellow stitch markers from Chiaogu and having this little baggie in here was a lifesaver. And then the other thing that happened, because I didn't have my notions pouches, I didn't have a darning needle with me. And usually if I have to put stitches on hold, I just use different color yarn and put them on hold. But I didn't have this with me, no darning needle, which makes it extremely difficult to like string stitches on hold. So I know that the stitch marker saga is explained. So I'm also digging in my Chiaogu bag, and I realized that I have these little guys. Okay, let's see. I have one more in here. But these little things, have you ever used these before? Okay, I have. But a long time ago. Like, I just put stitches on hold with extra yarn, and I've never really thought anything about it. I just do it, and it's fine and no big deal. Well, then I remembered I have these because I was searching for all of the notions that I could possibly have stuck in any place. These are fantastic. These are end stoppers for your interchangeable needle cord. This one's the small size, and this one's the big size. Now, I might be preaching to the choir here. I might be telling you things that you already know. And yes, like I said, I already knew these things, except I forgot how handy they are. When you get into a routine of just putting stitches on hold, why would you go look for these little end stoppers? I just have it. So I got these out, got my smallest cords that I had in my little handy dandy cord bag because I bring all my cords with me, and stopped, and I could have all 3 portions that were supposed to be on hold with these little end stoppers. That I had to tell you that I was so excited about this that it actually works. Like, I love these things. So needless to say, I also figured out that just taking the needle off and putting an end stopper on and then putting the needle back on when I need to pick back up the stitches is way easier than stringing the cord along 200 and something stitches, like stringing your extra waste yarn. What was I thinking this whole time? I've had Chiaogu for years. I've been telling you how amazing Chiaogu is for like 8 years, since I started carrying them on the shop. And they're exclusively the needles I use, except for sock needles. I use Haya sharps on my socks, and I used to use signatures on socks. But otherwise, I use Chiaogu for everything. So Sean says it's great when you have a happy accident or an unexpected discovery, right? It's like, it totally made my Christmas. This was Christmas Eve that I figured out, I think it was Christmas Eve, that I figured out about these little end stoppers. And I was like, this is so great. So cool. So Kate says, I'm recently obsessed with those rubber tubey things for stitches on hold, and also the little tie clamp things that are on some hoodies. Oh yeah, that you have to buy separately as a sewing notion. They're great when you don't have interchangeable needles. Yes, yes. Okay, so I have used the tubey things. I don't really like the tubey things, but I've used the tubey things, and they're awesome. And I've seen the clamp thing that you're talking about on the ends of sweatshirts. Is so smart. I mean, all of these little tips and tricks, because I think I actually had a sweatshirt with me that had the little clampy things. Like, I probably could have used that. So cool. Linda loves the silicone tubes. Yes, it's so awesome. So I have to share that with you. So in case you are ever on vacation and you go, oh shoot, I forgot XYZ, just remember to look in your little Chiaogu bag and see what goodies you have never actually like looked at before. It has this little guy. It had a ruler in it so I could measure. That was pretty cool. And then apparently I had hidden in there a little crochet hook at some point that I didn't know that I had in there. So I thought that was pretty brilliant that all of those things. Chiaogu comes to the rescue. Thank you, Chiaogu. Love you guys. Love your products. I do have the full sets on lolodidit.com if that's something that you're wanting. Love these. Thank you, Scrappy Thread. This is my favorite way to carry around my cables. And then the other thing that I was asked, now I have to remember what the brand is. Okay, hold on a sec. Going to get the brand for you so I can tell you. Okay, so these things, these little guys, these hold my yarn. I don't use them all the time, but I definitely use them while traveling. They're called skein coats, and they're on Etsy by Precious Knits. And oh, this one actually has a tag on it. Okay, so skein coats by Precious Knits, and I use these all the time when I'm traveling. This one is like aerobics spandex. I love this one. So I have a whole bunch of these. And I think I have like 6 of them, and I use them for sweater projects in particular, or when I'm traveling, because I like pulling from the inside, but I don't like my skein falling apart. You know, like when you get to the end and everything falls apart and you're like, oh my gosh. So these are amazing. So Precious Knits on Etsy. Thank you for your skein coats. I did use them, and every time I posted a picture in various places throughout Christmas, people were asking me what they are. So hopefully you got a lot of sales for your little skein coats. So I think that is everything that happened over Christmas. I spent 23 minutes rambling to you guys about all of my adventures of knitting at Christmas time. Don't forget Samantha Guerin. Go follow her. She is a designer, beautiful designer. I really liked this. I like knitting this sweater. And I don't know when it's going to come out. You know, I am literally just test knitting. We're not friends or anything like that. She's probably never heard my name ever. But I thought I'd give her a shout out here and let you know what I've been knitting on and the things that I like and all of my tips and tricks. Kate says, I always put stoppers in a special spot so I don't lose them, and then I can't find them again. Right. Yes, yarn cozies, ball sacks, yes. She said I've been urologically focused lately. Oh my gosh. You guys are awesome. I don't think I have anything else to share with you. We do have our book club coming up, which is January. We are reading Shogun together. by James Clavell. I've already read it, and I started reading it again this week. And yesterday is so good. I love this book so much. So if you want to join our book club, we meet the fourth Tuesday of every month at 8 p.m. Eastern. You can join it by being a part of our Plus member club group in Mighty Networks, or you can just join our book club on lolodidit.com. It has a link at the top that says join our book club. So you don't have to be a Plus member to join. So I think that's it. I haven't seen any questions pop up or anything. So I will let you all go. Thank you for letting me share my knitting adventures. And I love you all so much. Thank you for your patience, for your orders, especially the Hippo Club that's going to be a couple weeks late. I really appreciate that during our snowstorm. And I will see you soon. Love y'all. Bye.